Did you know that even though Dexter Morgan is very careful, often almost revealed his dark secrets? In the famous series Dexter, the main character's carefully built world was often put at risk by his own mistakes. As some of us know, Dexter followed the Code of Harry, which was a set of rules to help him avoid getting caught. However, his human side, and sometimes his arrogance, caused him to make obvious mistakes. In this video, we will look at all the big mistakes Dexter made that almost ruined his, from lost trophies to trusting the wrong people. Let's look at how Dexter nearly got caught. In the first season, Dexter made his first major error when his habit of collecting blood slides as trophies nearly revealed his secret. For Dexter, these slides were not just memories. They showed his need to keep things in order and control his dark desires. Each slide was a carefully made record of his kills, a way to turn his urge into a steady routine. This practice was very personal, but it also showed Dexter's overconfidence. Dexter hid them in the air conditioner vent of his apartment. This spot was easy to reach, but not safe. He did not see the possible danger. The slides showed he was a killer, but finding them could have ruined his carefully built double life. His focus on keeping proof of his crimes showed a weakness. He could not move on from what he had done, which nearly caused his ruin. These slides, each showing one of his kills, were more than just keepsakes. They showed his control over his dark side. But hiding them in the air conditioner vent of his flat was a risky choice that would later cause him trouble. Detective James Dokes, known for his keen instincts and strong personality, soon became suspicious of Dexter's strange behavior. Dokes was the only one in Miami Metro who felt something was wrong with Dexter. He often called him a weird guy. This mistrust grew with each interaction, leading to a game of cat and mouse that lasted most of the season. Dokes' need to reveal Dexter peaked in episode 12, Born Free, when he finds Dexter's blood slide collection. This discovery threatens Dexter's whole cover, as the slides clearly show his killing actions. To protect his secret, Dexter sets up Dokes by putting evidence that makes him look like the Bay Harbor Butcher. This action removes the threat for now, but the original mistake of keeping such damaging evidence shows Dexter's weakness. The blood slides, which are meant to show his successes, almost lead to his downfall. They create doubt among his colleagues and highlight the risks of his careful routines. This was just the beginning of Dexter's perilous balance between his two lives. Season 2 shows Dexter's mistakes more clearly, especially when people find his underwater dumping place. For years, Dexter got rid of his victims' remains in the same place in Biscayne Bay, making a creepy graveyard of cut-up bodies. When divers find these bags by accident, the media calls the person responsible the Bay Harbor Butcher. The news shocks Miami Metro, and the task force's work to find the butcher strangely puts Dexter in charge of the investigation. Dexter's habit of using one dumping ground for years was a big mistake that almost ruined his carefully built life. When divers found the body parts in Biscayne Bay, the shocking discovery surprised the community and made Miami Metro work quickly. This made Dexter deal with the rising media attention, while also handling the internal investigation he was ironically put in charge of. His colleagues watched him closely, making it hard to work without mistakes. As the pressure grew, Dexter had to completely change how he got rid of things. He stopped depending on one place and started spreading his victims' remains in different and harder to trace ways. This change showed how well Dexter could adapt and highlighted how big his first mistake was. The situation made him face how being too confident in his routine had left him open to problems. It showed that he really needed to change his methods to prevent this from happening again. As the pressure grows, Dexter gets more and more paranoid. He starts to make mistakes, like pausing during his kills and leaving small clues behind. Dexter's difficult relationship with Lila makes things worse. Lila, who first appears to be a quirky and helpful friend, quickly shows her obsessive and risky behavior. In episode 12, The British Invasion, Lila finds Dexter's blood slide collection and discovers who he really is. Her unpredictable actions put Dexter and his loved ones in danger, leading to a big fight. Even though Dexter stops her threat, trusting someone like Lila, who is unstable, shows a big mistake in his judgment. It shows his weakness in wanting to connect with others. Dexter wants a friend, so he teams up with Assistant District Attorney Miguel Prado in Season 3, but it doesn't go well. First, Miguel looks like the ideal friend, someone who gets Dexter's sense of right and wrong and backs his fight against crime. But this partnership quickly gets out of hand as Miguel's real character is revealed. Dexter is mistaken, for Dexter perceives Arthur as a reflection of himself, not seeing how ambitious Miguel is and how he doesn't follow the rules. Miguel's carelessness shows more and more as he starts going after people who don't follow Harry's code. He wants to go after Ellen Wolf, a defense attorney he doesn't like. It's not because she's a killer, but because she opposes his cases. Dexter is worried because he sees that Miguel is more interested in personal revenge than in doing what is right. Miguel's unpredictable behavior gets worse when he talks openly about their partnership, carelessly hinting at Dexter's secrets in casual chats. Miguel's actions show that he cannot act quietly, which makes him a big risk. This forces Dexter Dexter to take strong steps to end their partnership. Miguel starts to misuse what he knows about Dexter's secret to help himself. He goes after people for personal reasons, instead of following the code of Harry. In episode 10, Go Your Own Way, their partnership hits a limit when Miguel's careless actions put them both at risk. Dexter realizes too late that Miguel is not trustworthy, making him take strong actions to remove the danger. This alliance not only risks exposure, but also shows that trusting others with his secret is a dangerous bet. Dexter wants to connect with others, but this makes him ignore the risks of bringing them into his dark life. A mistake he keeps making. Season 4 is seen as one of the most intense and sad parts of Dexter. He is chasing the Trinity killer, Arthur Mitchell. This is a game of minds and also a very personal for him. One of Dexter's biggest mistakes this season is not seeing how clever and ruthless Arthur is. Dexter does not kill Arthur when he can. He waits and tries to understand how Trinity manages to keep his family, life, and dark desires in balance. This hesitation shows a deep internal struggle in Dexter as he tries to understand his own mixed nature. Dexter perceives Arthur as a reflection of himself. Arthur shows a normal life, but also gives in to his dark side. On the other hand, Dexter starts to wonder if this balance is really possible or just a risky illusion. His interest in Arthur's life makes him ignore the danger around him, showing how Dexter's weak to his own need for stability and connection. This moment shows the dangers of looking for lessons from someone who is just as hurt as he is, and the sad results of his inability to decide deeply affect Dexter. Dexter gets very focused on the idea that he can live two lives and still keep his family safe. This doubt turns out to be a serious mistake. In the surprising ending, The Getaway, Dexter finds out that Arthur has killed his wife, Rita, in a scary act of revenge. This tragedy deeply affects Dexter's emotions and also attracts a lot of attention from the police. Rita's death changes everything for Dexter. It makes him face the results of what he has done and shows him that he cannot have a normal life. His failure to act quickly lets Trinity hit Dexter hard, shaking his world completely. In Season 5, Dexter teams up with Lumen Pierce, who survived a violent attack, which brings new problems. Their partnership works well to find Lumen's tormentors, but it also brings unwanted attention. Detective Joey Quinn starts to doubt Dexter. He hires a bad cop, Stan Liddy, to look into him. Liddy watches Dexter closely in episode 12, the big one, almost revealing his secrets. Liddy is very focused on finding out Dexter's secret, which leads to a big showdown where Dexter has to kill him. Even though Dexter gets rid of the immediate danger, his connection with Lumen and Quinn's ongoing doubts creates risks that could mess up his carefully built life. In Season 6, Dexter has new problems as he deals with the Doomsday Killer, Travis Marshall. Dexter's biggest mistake this season is not only underestimating Travis, but also letting his feelings affect his decisions. Brother Sam's death, who was a spiritual guide, greatly impacts Dexter. This leads him to act without thinking and move away from his careful planning. In episode 12, This Is the Way the World Ends, Dexter decides to face Travis by himself, and it almost costs him his life. Also, his carelessness causes a big moment when his adoptive sister, Deborah, sees him commit a murder. This new information changes their relationship and creates problems that could put Dexter's secret at risk. In Season 7, Dexter's life unravels as Deborah grapples with discovering his dark side. Deborah struggles with whether to help Dexter or do what is right, which creates tension all season. At the same time, Captain Maria LaGuerta's investigation into the Bay Harbor Butcher brings back painful memories. In episode 12, Surprise Mother Führer, LaGuerta's search for the truth gets very close to revealing Dexter. When LaGuerta finds proof that connects Dexter to the murders, he has to act quickly and plans her death to keep his secret safe. This action, done in front of Deborah, breaks their relationship and leads Dexter deeper into unclear morals. The last season brings in Dr. Evelyn Vogel, a neuropsychiatrist who assisted Harry in making the code. At first, Vogel helps Dexter, but her connection to the brain surgeon killer makes things more complicated. Dexter's choice to start a relationship with Hannah McKay, who is on the run, brings more danger. In episode 12, Remember the Monsters, Dexter decides to leave his son, Harrison, and pretend he is dead. This choice is a controversial ending to the series. This choice gives him freedom, but it also shows that he cannot live a normal life without putting his loved ones at risk. Dexter Morgan's story shows how careful plans can fall apart because of mistakes and feelings. Dexter made mistakes like keeping trophies carelessly, trusting the wrong people, and acting too slowly. These mistakes serve as a reminder of the delicate balance he maintained between vigilantism and self-harm. These weaknesses are what make him a character we can connect with more easily. His flaws and emotional problems reflect the imperfections we have, making him more than just a heartless killer. Instead, It represents the human wish for connection, control, and redemption, even as he is close to losing his moral way. Dexter's story makes us think about whether his weaknesses made him a tragic anti-hero or a man always fighting his darker side. What mistake do you think was the most important for Dexter? Tell us in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe for more insights into your favorite series. I'll see you next time.